Narration. The day everything changed began with the sound of a chair scraping against my dining room floor. Lena sat down across from me, hands folded like a lawyer presenting a final verdict. Ethan stood behind her, shifting uncomfortably like he wanted to disappear into the wallpaper. Lena. Grace, we think it is time you start planning to move out. This house should belong to a young couple, not you. Narration. Her voice sounded sweet, but every word was sharp, like she wanted to wrap poison in silk. I held a warm cup of tea suspended halfway to my lips. Grace. Move out, this is my home. Lena. Exactly, and you have had your time, now it should be ours. Narration. The word ours cut through the air like a blade. As though the 30 years I spent loving this house were just an inconvenience. As though I had simply been waiting to hand over the keys. Ethan would not meet my eyes. He just stared at the floor like the answer to all this was written in the tile grout. Narration. I did not argue. Not then. I just felt something inside me twist and tighten like a rope being pulled too fast. 2 weeks earlier. Narration. The newlyweds had moved in right after the wedding. To save money, they said. I thought we would share meals, make memories, laugh together. Instead, it felt like I was a ghost floating around the edges of my own life. Lena asked me to turn the television down after dinner. Lena. We prefer quiet at night, married people need time to connect. Narration. Then she asked me to stay out of the kitchen during the mornings. Lena. We have a morning routine, maybe avoid the kitchen until we are done. Narration. Then she started rearranging my home. The bookshelf my husband carved by hand vanished from the living room. Grace. Where is the bookshelf? Lena. In the basement, it looks too nostalgic. Narration. Too nostalgic. Like memories were clutter. Like my life was an eyesore. The worst was the family wall. My wedding portrait. Ethan as a baby. Gone. Grace. Where are the photos? Lena. We put them away, we want the space to reflect us. Narration. The wall looked naked. Like an erased chalkboard. Later that night, Ethan walked into the kitchen. I sat holding one of the empty frames in my lap. Grace. She took down your father's photo. Ethan. Mom, do not make a big deal about this. Lena wants the house to feel modern. Grace. Or she wants it to stop being mine. Narration. He stayed silent. Then he said something that bruised every part of me. Ethan. Maybe you could think about moving out, couples need privacy. Narration. I looked at him. My son. The child I held through every fever, every nightmare, every heartbreak. And he wanted me gone. Narration. I did not shout. I did not cry. I simply became silent. A silence full of decision, not defeat. The next morning I drove to my attorney. I placed the deed on the desk. Grace. The house is paid in full, only my name is on it. What are my legal rights? Attorney. You are the sole owner. You may give them a 30-day notice. They have no claim and no authority to remove you. Narration. Those words tasted like oxygen after drowning. 1 week later. Narration. I waited until Lena was rearranging the kitchen again. She believed she owned every inch already. I slid an envelope across the counter. Grace. This is for you. Narration. She opened it. Her face turned from confidence to panic. Lena. What is this? Grace. A written 30-day notice for you and Ethan to move out. Lena. You cannot do that. Grace. Actually, I can. Lena. Ethan will not allow this. Grace. Then we will talk to him together. Narration. That evening, Ethan walked through the door. Lena rushed to him, tears on command. Lena. She is evicting us. Ethan looked at me confused. The guilt was already lacing his voice. Ethan. Mom, why would you do that? We just wanted you to move on with your life. Grace. No, you wanted me gone so you could have my life. Narration. He looked stunned. Like that thought had never crossed his mind. Like he never questioned the comfort he assumed he deserved. Grace. I welcomed you into my home. You offered me an eviction notice in return. I am simply giving you what you asked for, independence. Lena stepped forward, her voice sharp. Lena. This house will be Ethan's someday. You cannot take that from us. Narration. I walked to my desk drawer. Calm. Slow. Pulled out a document. Placed it on the table. Grace. Upon my death, this house will be donated to charity, not to you. Narration. Lena paled. Ethan did not defend her. He stared at the floor again. The following weeks. Narration. The house became a battlefield of petty anger. Cupboards slammed. Shoes thrown everywhere. Passive-aggressive silence filled the air like fog. One night Lena whispered to me while I washed dishes. Lena, when you get old, do not expect us to take care of you. Narration. I dried my hands on a towel and looked her straight in the eyes. Grace. I would rather be alone than live with someone who does not respect me. Move out day. Narration. Boxes everywhere. The house looked lighter, cleaner, like it could breathe again. Ethan stood with his suitcase. His voice broke. Ethan. Mom, I am sorry. Grace. I know, and I hope you learn from this. Narration. He hugged me. I hugged back. But it felt like hugging a memory of someone I used to know. Lena walked out without a word. The door closed. Silence. Peaceful, not lonely. 2 months later. Narration. The house changed. I painted walls bright colors. Turned the guest room into a reading sanctuary filled with plants. Started cooking meals for myself. For the first time, I felt the house becoming mine again. Not ours. Mine. One afternoon, a knock sounded. I opened the door. Lena stood there, perfect hair, perfect posture, perfect fake smile. Lena. Grace, we should talk. You created tension between Ethan and me. And I think you owe us an apology, and we should also discuss the future of the house. Grace. There is no future where this house belongs to you. Narration. She blinked, taken by surprise. Her confidence cracked. Grace. You tried to erase me from my own home. Instead, you removed yourself from it. Narration. She left. Without a word. Without the last victory she wanted. Final scene. Narration. I walked through my home. My real home. A place full of memories, love, grief, healing, strength. I lit a candle. Played music. Cooked dinner for one. And then I danced. Not because I was alone, but because I was free.